And this is the point where I would try to come in and be a little humble. And I would say, well, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean,
well, you know, relatively.
But in this case,
I knows what Ice talks about.
I'm smart.
I know what Ice says. Me no movie bad. Me no suck. Everybody's been talking about your boy, Artemis Fowl. All right, people, at this point, let's just quit bullshitting.
Not beating around the bush here.
Hey, let's not beat around the bush, man. You know, at this point, there's been so many accusations on Artemis Fowl. They said you are horrible. And we're not just talking about your character. We're talking about your movie. This movie is a piece of shit. I've heard from other people, Chris Herman, that this is one of the worst young adult movies ever made out there.
damn.
Yeah. History being made with Mr. Fowl over here. So let's just quit bullshit and let's all agree that, all right, with that many people saying this is bad, the movie's probably bad. I ain't gonna be the asshole who come out and be like, oh, it ain't that bad. You're gonna make me look like a stupid ass.
You better not. I have things to say.
I'm not dying for no Artemis Fowl.
Well, Corey, you haven't read the book, so you come in fresh.
That is very true, and that is something I very much want to address.
Two great perspectives, then.
Yes, that is true. And let me just say, man, you know, at this point, like we say, you know, it's not a question of Artemis Fowl. It's not a question of Artemis Fowl being bad. It's a question of how bad is he. But we will do that after we watch the trailer. People are like, haven't we seen enough?
No,
you
haven't.
No, you have not. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer. Give you a fresh reminder, Mr. Fowl over here.
He is suspected to have been behind some of the biggest robberies ever.
Dad. Hello? Your family has taken something of great value from us.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Your family Hold on for a second.
Your family has...
I'm just glad Tom Hardy's still getting work. Good for him.
Motherfucker sound like Dog Vader after that.
Your family has taken all of my work.
Return it to me or I will destroy everything you love.
Your father is in a complicated...
Damn, Cisco got fat. Let me see that ball. Yeah. brother, looking like Demolition Man.
I know. Blast from the past.
For years, he has protected powerful secrets. It's time to face your destiny.
Now look around, this is what they call greatness.
Oh shit, they rapping.
Kids love the hippity hop.
Oh shit, he got the hip and the hop off. Oh, Artemis shit. Artemis about to go off. Artemis coming like he's about to get into a rap battle. Shit.
He might as well. He might as well in this movie. Why not?
Just want to say Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all some real goddamn magic right now. Oh shit.
I'm the next criminal mastermind.
Now look around, this is what they call greatness.
The biggest thing I've been hearing about this movie is, like my man Christopher Herman over here, he's been saying, you know, it's not like the book. It's not all like the book. They changed everything. It's not like the book. It's not like the book.
I hate it.
I hate this book. I hate this movie. I hate this book. I hate it.
We hate it.
And this is where I come in and I say,
Calm down.
Excuse me, reader of books. I have not read the book. I simply want to enjoy a movie.
Sure.
Please step aside.
I'm sorry, I like to read.
Bookworm.
Yeah. Nerd. Yeah. Reading them books. How could you be cool and watch movies like everybody else?
I'm sorry.
Shut the up. I ain't like the book. That's what you get for reading.
Disappointment. Always.
Shit, books ain't got special effects and shit. I want to hear all that shit. And then when I see the movie, I'm just kind of like, God damn, I should have read the book. What the f is happening? And this is the point where I would try to come in and be a little humble. And I would say, well, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean,
well, you know, relatively.
But in this case,
I knows what Ice talks about.
I'm smart.
I know what Ice says. Me no movie bad. Me no suck.
Boy, doesn't.
Man.
well, what sucks about it?
No,
Let me tell you.
Seeing special effects and
let me tell you, man,
colors.
there's two problems with this movie. First of all, a story is not being told.
It's just exposition being told at you the entire time. This is the lore. This is the characters, how the characters are feeling right now. We're going to emphasize that point. It's just sloppy. There's nothing. You don't care about anybody. You don't know who anyone is. And they have the gall. They got the gall to say, and I'm a criminal mastermind. You didn't steal shit. You didn't do nothing. You're nothing like the character.
All that criminal mastermind shit. I don't want to hear all that.
But he says it, so therefore he was.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your review.
Chasing shit nobody gives a chasing a goddamn glowing acorn. You mean to tell you gonna show me a goddamn bedazzled acorn and tell me, oh my God, this is so important. I don't know why anything is important in this movie. None. And you gonna have the nerve. You gonna have the nerve to sit up here and how the you gonna make your main character? Oh my God, he's so boring. How you gonna make your main character the title character? The dude's name is he is the movie.
Yeah.
Artemis Fowl. Mm-hmm. How you gonna name this movie Artemis Fowl, make him the main character, make your main character the most boring in the film? The most boring one in the movie.
No, I believe you. I think they have a misguided view of the Harry Potter formula, where Harry was the kid who shows up and he's like, I don't know what's going on here. And everybody else is explaining all this cool shit's going on.
Sure.
But Harry Potter, he's got a good backstory and he does do some shit.
Martin, don't give me that shit. You trying to let this slide. How dare you try to compare him to Harry Potter? Harry Potter and him ain't even in the same country.
Now, you know good and well they made this thinking, okay, this could be the next Harry Potter. Matter of fact, when those books were out, there was talk that this could be the next Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, no. They try to they ripped this shit off so much that they fucking got their own, fucking bargain bin Hagrid in here.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They ripped off Hagrid.
Yeah, they definitely did.
It ain't even tried to make him different. They got their own goddamn Hagrid.
Matter of fact, it's more Harry Potter than Artemis Fowl. They steal more from that, and they just totally forego. Like, no, we can't have him be a villain because that's what he is in the books.
Right.
He's a little sociopath,
Right.
And it's like we have to make him more like Harry. He has to be precocious. At worst, he's a little bratty and a little sarcastic. But the whole fact that he's this criminal mastermind who's like, I don't give a shit. Matter of fact, I'm sure I don't give a shit. I'm going to kill this person. And I'm going to laugh about it. I think it's funny.
If Harry Potter was here, he'd patrol him the out of you, man. How dare you? Don't you ever dare this to Harry Potter, man. Don't you ever dare compare him to Harry. This motherfucker is a blank sheet of paper. They got this scene with this pompous-ass principal, and Artemis Fowl sits up here and tells him, look, I'm gonna tell you about that. Because he sits, the principal's trying to brag about this chair that I got. Oh, Corinthian leather from the queen. She sat on this at one time. And Artemis tells him, I'm gonna tell you about that fucking chair you got. It's a fake. I'm gonna put you in your place. And I'm thinking, oh, well, since everybody talks about how much of an asshole this character is and how smart he is, I thought that was part of the character. I thought, in this scene right here, I thought he was just being smooth. I thought he was being cool.
It's because I'm forced to endure this ridiculous therapy.
Artemis? Look, just who do you think you are?
I'll let him go. He's a shitty actor anyway.
See, the real Artemis Fowl would have ruined that man's life.
He would have grabbed that motherfucker's throat and say some shit again. I dare you. Don't you ever speak my mom or daddy's words again. You keep them out your mouth.
It did sound like he was struggling with those lines.
Yeah,
man.
But even the scene itself, like, you're gonna, like, this is this big reveal to show, like, how intelligent he is, how just nefarious he is. It's about a chair. That's the only thing you can come up with in all the novels, even the first novel, like, all the schemes he comes up with and just people over. No, chair scene. That's good. We're gonna go with.
But you know,
man.
I thought he was just being cool. I like, oh shit, look at Artemis Fowl.
He's a pissy
Sit
little
up here
brat.
talking that shit. I thought he was being cool. then later as the movie went on, I was just like, I realized, oh shit, the motherfucker can't act. And I'm not even trying to be rough. I always like to go easy on these kids, man. So maybe they were trying to, I don't know what they were trying to do, because, you know, maybe they were trying to capture like the sociopathic side of him, but instead they made him a little psychopath. He has no emotions at all. I don't know who to blame. I don't know if it's the director or if it's the kid, but all I know is what I'm seeing right here. I'll give the kid the benefit of the doubt in another movie, but in this shit right here, you ain't doing a goddamn thing. You see this kid right here, man. What's his name again? For Dia Shaw. He is the grandson of Robert Shaw. And it has to be some nepotism going on, because this mother just ain't got the chops in this movie right here. No. I'll give him another movie, but somebody came in, or maybe he pulled an Artemis Fowl on them and said, when he came in for the casting, he said, "Do you know who I am?" Everybody get out!
We found him.
Grandson of Jaws is here. This dude cannot act at all in this movie, man.
And he's the one that you're supposed to be, even though he's like, oh God, I hate you so much, but you're so charming. You love to hate him. Yeah. He's a Lex Luthor. He's David Xanatos. That's what he's supposed to be. And where it's like, yeah, I care for all these characters, but the way he's them over is so fun. That's what they do in the books. And they don't do it here at all. Not whatsoever.
They brag in the movie early on where they talk about how he's a criminal mastermind and a genius. And I'm like, yeah, because the motherfucker's not human. He's a robot. The kid is seriously, he seems like he's a robot, and he shuts down in the middle of conversations. They have a scene between him and his father, played by Colin Farrell. It's supposed to be a very emotional scene where he's sad and upset that his father's leaving again. You're not there for me. And this kid looks like he's sitting up there wanting to kill his father while Colin Farrell's talking. He has no emotions at all. It's creepy.
Ferry met right outside.
Just tell me when you're leaving.
Okay.
Just tell me when you're leaving. Does not compute. Pew, 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 pew.
The helicopter is being prepared for me right now, son. I'm sorry. I'll be back as soon as I can.
That's what you said the last time, and the time before.
I know.
This kid is a robot. You see what I'm saying?
Artie, there's just one very important thing I have to do.
Kill.
Just maybe. It'll be yours.
Kid sat up there in that whole scene looking like Hannibal Lecter.
Maybe he's reading his lines.
Or maybe he's looking at
cue cards.
Or maybe he's looking at the wall behind him.
Not in the same scene together at all.
This kid's in the picture looking just like, just, you know, if y'all ever watch Hannibal Lecter, man, whether it's the one on TV or the movie, he looks just like this shit. I tell you, man, even when this kid has to, like, even when he has to smile, he's forcing that smile. Friends forever, right?
Oh, make this quick.
It's like, damn, it's like the corner of his mouth is being held down by weights or something. Colin Farrell, I'll just say it now. Colin Farrell ain't got shit to do in this movie.
He does not.
Especially
later on.
Colin Farrell spends half the movie look like he's in 50 Shades of Grey, being chained up in a sex dungeon. Hands and feet tied up with tar and chains and shit. He spends most of the movie doing that.
Yeah.
Even the characters that you like, that's a problem. Josh Gad in the movie, man, he plays
Mulch
Diggum Smacks.
Is he likable? Because, man, I have just... Josh Gad is just one of these actors who, like, I was like, wow, that guy actually gets on my nerves every time I see him now.
I've liked him in some things.
Yeah.
I really loved him in Little Monsters, which is
I like him
New Zealand film.
As a snowman.
Yeah. The first time.
But that's the problem. Josh Gad, he's supposed to be, and he is one of the most likable characters in the movie, and that's a problem because he can't decide. It's funny, seriously, man. In the movie, he can't decide whether he wants to be Hagrid or Olaf. He got this.
Why not both?
He does both.
That's what he decides on.
Because one moment he's Hagrid with a Scottish accent, Artemis Fowl, and then the next minute he's like, don't kill me, Josh Gad. He's Josh Gad. It's like, hold on, and that Scottish accent is even going all over the place. I'm like, who the f is this guy?
And the other thing too, they don't give him anything funny to say. He's struggling to deliver this dialogue. He's also playing against people who are supposed to, like, I can't react to you, and so he's just miming around people. And where the whole point of it is like, we can't react. We don't understand that reference. That human reference you're making is like, It's so horribly written.
Yeah, that character is all over the place, man.
Yeah.
And him, and like I said, his voice just comes and goes.
Another person.
Judi Dench, both him and Judi Dench both sound like they've been eating dirt, which makes sense for Josh Gad's character because he actually is in one scene. He actually eats and shits dirt at the same time.
Yeah, that's how he. Yeah. That's how he gets around.
Dig a tunnel, so he pulls his jaw all the way down
Terrible
and eats
effect,
dirt.
too.
And while he's eating dirt, he's shitting dirt.
He literally shits it out.
Hey man, it sounds bad, but in this movie, I'll take what I can get. I'll take it all, man.
Makes the exact sound too.
Shit that dirt all on me, man. I'll take it. But him and one thing I can say, the only thing that Judi Dench has over him is like at least it sounds like she got dirt in her throat, but at least it's consistent.
Yeah.
She spends the whole movie talking like a smoker. She's
I think she's really bad in the film.
she's terrible in the film.
Yeah.
They done this poor woman so bad these last couple of years.
They really have. Fantasy's just not her thing.
It's just it's they had her. This has just not been a good few months for her. First they had her playing that pimp cat right there, that big ass fur coat. Yeah. Now they got her playing this goddamn stupid looking elf. She's and I can tell you in this role she could give a less. Mm-hmm. She does not care. She's like, me put these stupid ass ears on and get this check. Cause I don't give a shit. She needs to tell her agent. If you cast me as anything other than a human, then I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You do not need to be any more creatures or animals. You need to play a human after this because these other roles have not been good to you. And it doesn't help they give her really bad lines too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it her line where the line was, "You spy or you die"?
I think that's her. That sounds like something she'd say anyway. Oh, movie's full of them, Martin. Movie's full of that.
Face.
That's not the only time.
And it doesn't help. She says it with that dirt in her throat. You spy or you die. You gotta smoke.
So I guess writing good dialogue is just a thing people don't do anymore.
They don't care.
No.
They don't care. They really don't care, man. Movie's full of silly ass characters. Got this centaur in here with this bad perm. Looking like Kaja Gugu.
And yes, he neighs. He neighs throughout his dialogue.
Man, I was going, yeah.
when they transition to the next scene, you see in the background.
He does. He neighs his scenes. Like when he's getting ready to go away. They're like, all right, everybody, back to your post. Thank you. I was like, all right, why they do this brother like this? The real only likable character in this film is the elf, played by Holly Short. Holly Short, not played. The character's name is Holly Short. The actress's name is Laura McDonnell. Because one of the things we failed to tell you about the film, because we jump right into the review, the film deals with Artemis Fowl being a criminal mastermind, a genius who is up to no good, and the people that he's really victimizing are these fairies, this world of fairies, and they have a really cool take, I think, on these fairies. It's these fairy tale creatures put into this sci-fi techno world. Mm-hmm. No magic or anything. A lot of things they do are based on science. Think about Thor being applied to a more fairy tale aspect.
Yeah.
A world.
Yeah.
That's a good comparison.
And Artemis Fowl, in order to, see, now this is the point. That's why I didn't talk about it, because I don't know what the is going on with this. Apparently, they need to get something that opens up all dimensions. If Artemis Fowl wants to sell, wants to rescue his father.
Yeah, he needs to find this weapon, and when he gets this weapon, because that's the thing. He doesn't even explain his plan. Like what I love about like the first book in particular is like, I'm just gonna kidnap somebody and I want their gold, and it becomes a siege thriller. That's what the first book is about.
Really?
That's it. It's a Hans Gruber. He's like little Hans Gruber. Where are my detonators? That's all he wants. And like people, they try to get in the house and he stops them. This has like a whole world-ending plot with this device, and his father's the savior of the planet. And I'm like, wait, you're throwing so much at me that you just don't know. And they're just saying this stuff to you, and eventually you just get numb to everything. I can't tell you what the plot of this movie is.
That's why I just realized. I was like,
I don't know.
I was about to say, I forgot to tell you the plot. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I start out the review with that. The thing that I like about this character, Holly Short, played by Laura McDonnell, is because it's her character. She emotes the most.
Yeah.
She's the one that you have the most feelings for, and it's because she's living her story. No one's telling her story. You know, and it's not even a movie. And she's getting more story out of it than anybody because she's able to live her events.
Yeah.
Because the problem with this movie, that is the main problem with it. That's probably why it's added to the confusion here. This film, it's not letting its story be told. It's being narrated. Josh Gad in the movie is really doing most of the narration that's going on. Almost everything that's happening. In the beginning of the movie, he's carried into a MI6 interrogation out in the middle of the ocean. Some real secure prison. And he's telling most of the stuff that we're seeing. It's like, man, just shut the f up and let the story tell itself. And when he's not saying something, then somebody else picks up the narration after that. It's like when somebody drops it and starts letting the story go on its own, somebody else can't trust you with it, and they got to pick up and start telling you what's happening too.
Yep.
If no one's, I've never seen such horrible storytelling, man, in a while. When they're not narrating something, then the characters just start describing everything.
Yep.
You trying to treat me like I'm stupid. And they've done that. And that's one of the biggest things about the movie that is infuriating because they're treating the audience like they're stupid in many other ways bigger than what I'm about to show you. Well, look at this clip right here. They're going around a room. They're not telling a story. They're describing things. Oh, look at this. And this says this. And then we got to go here because this says that.
May the rains fall soft upon your fields.
Who wrote this poem, Arte?
Okay, y'all need to do something.
Yeah. You want to look at books some more?
How's the butler?
Don't call him that. That's what they say in the movie. They actually say that. Don't call.
I know.
Okay, all right. Mark's trying to test me. Like, did you really see this movie? Are you just complaining? Yeah, they said don't call him a butler. He's actually good, man. But that character is not given much to do, and it's really inconsistent.
And even what they do with him is not even earned, especially towards the end.
Yeah, there's so much to that character, and they don't really do that much with him. Yeah. I do like what they're trying to do. Like I said, I know you didn't like it, but I like the fairy world in here. I like combining fairy tales, nursery type things. They telling stories. You know, they talk about these characters like we keep them hidden so they can be the sweet stories you tell your children, not the real assholes and bureaucrats,
the nightmares,
the technophiles and nightmare things that they are.
Yeah,
I like that in the film. I like the city that they have. I like the world that they inhabit. I like the prisons and the system that they have in place. It's a good idea. And I did like the effects. You didn't like the effects?
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of CGI that's just not necessary. In the city, the things we never get to experience the city. We see like two different places. We see the police headquarters and a prison. That is true. And it's like I want to see, like, if you want to, if you're introducing a whole new thing to me, you got to explore some other aspects of it. Let me get a sense of what the society is. But we can't have to spend any time with that. We just got to get through this plot. We got to just shove it in your goddamn face the entire time. So yeah. I never felt like this world was alive to me. Yeah. It just felt sterile, and that's why I didn't like the CGI because the world matched the CGI.
I'll tell you what I didn't like. I didn't like the objects in the movie when it came to CGI. There's a couple of objects. Like there's a weapon. They talk about being this incredible weapon. I don't know what the this weapon is. Some people say it looks like a
acorn.
It's an acorn. Another says it looks like a fan cooler for a desktop computer. Yeah, I wish I had said that, but I read that somewhere. That's not me. But when I saw it, they were right. And it's acorn right there. They don't ever explain anything about it. I would even just tell me even why it's shaped like an acorn.
I forgot what it does.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It's like the most important thing in the movie.
Post up on dimensions or something.
Oh yeah, dimensions. That's it. Yeah, dimensions. Yeah.
This villain here, y'all can just forget this, man. Y'all might as well tell us who this villain is right now, because they try to end this by keeping this villain mysterious.
Or cliffhanger.
Next time.
Yeah. So because we're starting a franchise. Yeah. We already got the rest of the movies ready to go, and it's like, no, you might as well tell us who is under this hood right now, because they ain't coming back.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be making another one of these. That is why Disney, somehow they knew. That's why they so easily put this on Disney Plus.
Sure. Sure. I mean, they could blame it on COVID. It's like, hey, we were going to release it, but, they got that pandemic out there. What could we do?
Yep. And to defend Chris over here, the most infuriating thing, and this is coming from somebody who has not read any of these books right here.
Yeah, books and short stories.
But it's infuriating how they changed the character. They toned down his villainy, and it's insulting to fans and to moviegoers who might not even seen it. Because what they say is, Kenneth Branagh's been going around talking about, well, we toned him down from being a villain because we don't think the people can handle it. Don't you tell me what I can handle. If you take away this character being a villain, you're taking everything that made the book successful.
Yeah.
You know, that's what made the character who he is, because obviously the character ain't shit without that element, as we see in this movie. Mr. Artemis Fowl writer, I'm so sorry, sir. They did not do your books justice, and the books must be good because they made, let me see, I'm gonna do my math, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've done 21. I think.
Well, they've done 8, and they've done graphic novel adaptations.
Oh, that's
what
right.
it is.
That's right.
Yeah,
You
they have
said
the
you
graphic
seen
novels.
that.
Yeah.
You know, that is really insulting, man, to the author and to the fans of the book.
Yeah.
Telling people the thing that made the essence of what made this movie, I mean, these books, the essence of what made these books so popular, you just strip away because for some reason you think you know what's good for the audience. You know, I'm tired of talking. Man, you know, you brought this shit on yourself. This is some bullshit, man.
Well, wait, maybe his answer, he said, we didn't think audiences could handle it because he was told audiences can't handle this. Don't do that.
By the mouse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a general f you. Whoever is responsible for doing this, you brought this shit on yourself. Whoever did this, you had no right to go in and do this to this character right here. I don't even know who the character is, and when I heard about it, I was like, it doesn't take a person to read the book to know that you changed everything around that made this that changed the appeal of what people love the books for.
Yeah.
I don't. Man, that's some bullshit, man.
Yeah, but what works about the book so well is that it acts as the antithesis to Harry Potter. Whereas Harry Potter is a hero that you get invested in his story and all of his friends. Artemis Fowl, he's just a prick.
Yeah.
But that's what works about it. And the fact that they just completely ignored that is so insulting. And I'm carrying a lot into this movie because I was a fan of some of the books. I haven't read all of them, but I read some. I grew up with these. And yeah, the fact that they would just do something like that, it's kind of insulting. I was thinking right there with you, Corey, like some old bullshit. Because of my personal feelings, towards it, I have to give it a f you. This is one of the worst YA adaptations of all time.
Damn, that says a lot.
Yeah, I'm probably not going there because I'm being fair. I haven't read the book, so I don't think I have the right to go to a full f you. But it's a big steaming pile of bullshit, man. I could get by giving this. Like I might have even said, man, you know what? For kids, little kids, just let them sit down and watch. This is 90 minutes of nothing but visuals and fun for that. They don't have to make sense for them. But there's a whole legion of people out there who really love this character.
Sure.
And you denied them.